So, since you were last with me, things have been going quite nicely on the pitch. We have got a couple of transfer things to go through. I'm also worried that we just don't like playing on camera anymore. So, there's a potential for that to happen this episode because we seem to lose every time we play on camera. So, we'll see how that goes. But of course, welcome back to Academy to Anfield, guys. Episode 53 now. And of course, big apologies that the series has kind of been disrupted the last couple of weeks. I'm hoping this week, because should be going out on a Monday. I'm hoping this week things become a lot more regular. So hopefully we can get back on track with the series because we are pretty deep into it now. But of course, first and foremost, a couple of things I want to show you. This man, Ronchi, or Ronsi, however you want to say it, we offered him a contract. I mean, my own fault. I didn't realise it was running out. So we offered him a contract probably late December. As you can see, he's kind of held on that a little bit too long. We're now in January. And now Juventus and AC Milan are looking at him and putting a pre-contract agreement. I'm not going to lie. I did change his contract offer. I did whack another 10 grand onto his contract offer because, you know, we can afford to do it without wage. So we've done that and hope that he will stay. Because, yes, he's at Preston. He's probably not developing as quickly as we like, but you can see he's got the potential there. Still, I don't want to lose him on a free at all. Of course, another one, if we just quickly show you before we look at results, etc. Luis Diaz, a £34 million bid, 44 million with add-ons, contract rejected from Nottingham Forest, so we can't seem to get rid of him, apparently. And also, Tornianen there making, a couple of offers. I'm pretty sure Dortmund did put in an offer for him as well. Yeah, Borussia Dortmund. So apparently they're trying to unsettle him. He's not going anywhere. I can reassure you that he's definitely staying with the club. So watch this space as far as transfer goes. Of course, we haven't had Robertson. We haven't had a pre-contract agreement for Robertson yet. We also haven't had a pre-contract agreement for Salah. Apparently Sunderland want him. And I'm pretty sure, actually, now that reminds me, they did put in an offer of about £4 million for him, but I can't seem to find that. So, maybe that's just been knocked off. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they put in an offer for him. We're not going to accept that. We're just going to let him run his contract down. We could do with him for the rest of the season. So I'm definitely not just going to let him go to to Sunderland. And last but not least, the fixtures. You were last with me when we lost 2-0 away to Wolves. That was an absolutely shocking game. Since then, we've managed 2-0 wins. We played Spurs away. And if I'm honest, we probably shaved the game. A draw may be fair, but I do think we probably should have won that, unfortunately. Of course, Luis Diaz, of course, he's getting a goal just as we say we're about to sell him. But yeah, other than that, beating Nottingham Forest 1-0. And then, of course, we're taking a nice commanding 2-0 lead into the Man United second leg. I do apologise. In the Carabao Cup. So, I mean, we should have probably got a few more goals this game. We completely played them off the field. It's pretty unfortunate that we didn't. But that brings us on to the FA Cup. We've got Preston this episode, and what we're going to do is come straight back for the Sunderland game. They're 20th in the league, so if you want to see quite a few goals, I'm hoping that I can show you quite an attacking goal-filled performance in both of these games, actually. Touch wood. I did say that sometimes we decide not to turn up on camera, so it could go anyway. And then after that, I think we're going to come back, probably for these two games, actually. It's quite a quick turnaround, but I think we'll come back for the Monaco and the Man United second leg in the next episode. So hopefully you can see us progress through the Champions League. I mean, just take a quick look. We are in a really good position to qualify. I don't see us not qualifying. It's just whether or not we qualify through, what do we call it? The playoff phase, or go straight through to the last 16. So we'll get all that decided next episode. In the meantime, I think we should just get straight into that Preston game and hope for quite a few goals. So here we go, start of the FA Cup journey this year. Of course, we are holders. We've won it for the last 2 years in a row, actually. We've got Carrot in goal, Gomez, Pinnington, Grant, and Becker's the back four. Midfield three, Bajcetic, Parsley, and King. And then, of course, front three, we've got Webb, Tornianen playing behind Kumas. So, about to kick off, and of course, a couple of things to tell you about this lineup. First and foremost, we're managing to put out a more of a regular homegrown team. As you can see, pretty much everyone, bar the bench, are homegrown. It's nice to see we get to put that out a bit more often now. Shows how far we've come actually on this save. But of course, a couple of things of note. We've got Grant playing as a centre-back, his first appearance for, I think he's 16, potentially 17, or he's turning 17 soon anyway. He is definitely going to be a centre-back for the future. Can play as a centre-back, can play as a ball-playing centre-back as well, which is very handy. Just looking, we absolutely dominated possession. No chances so far, but there was King. Played it in. Ball comes back to Tornianen. King is probably our best player on the field, which says a lot about his development and how he's come on. I know quite a lot of you enjoy, have enjoyed, should I say, his development, me especially. But here's King now, plays the ball to Beck. Can we get ourselves a nice goal? There we go. The man we're talking about, Mark King, gets on the score sheet. It's 1-0 Liverpool. Probably took a little bit longer than I thought. However, it's nice to see it. To be fair, actually, I have failed to mention, we have tweaked the tactics ever so slightly. So it's not really a tweak at all. I just want to quickly show you. We've got King now. Rather than playing as a Mazzala, it seems to play better as just a central midfielder on attack. We've had him like that probably for 2 or 3 games, maybe 4. And he has performed very well in that position. So I think we're going to leave it as it is for the time being. It's nice to get a little bit more out of him. And Tornianen on the ball now, giving it away back to Tornianen. Can we get ourselves a second goal? But shooting like that, I do not think that's going to happen. But yeah, going back to what I was saying about Grant, I am looking forward to him probably developing over the next 2, maybe 3 seasons, getting himself, hopefully, a centre-back spot. Of course, we have got Gomez, who, King there, nearly getting on the score sheet again. We've got Gomez, who is getting old. I think he's 31, 32. Konate is about 28, so he's got a few years left in his prime. Pennington, who I was literally about to talk about, just scores, as he always does, with a header. But Pennington, Millward are good defenders, or they have the potential to be good defenders. But I think Grant just has that little bit more. And that's kind of the main thing, really. But so far, so good. I think we're going to get to half-time at 2-0. Nice to see we've restricted Preston to just 2 shots, none on target. But here's Beck now. Can we get a third goal just before half-time? It would be nice. It means it should mean that there's no potential for them to come back in the second half. We all know that doesn't happen, and Football Manager likes to play very mysterious tricks on us. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes. But here's Bajcetic with the ball. Can we get ourselves a third goal? Back to Tornianen. Of course we can. Bajcetic with the assist, and Tornianen getting his 7th goal of the season. It looks like this will probably be a walk in the park, and that's kind of what I was hoping for. It is always nice to see every so often, isn't it? A couple of games where you can hammer the opposition just to get that confidence boost, even if it is Preston. We don't need to talk about that. But so far, so good. I think what we're going to do is just tell him we're happy, and potentially, who have we got on the bench? Let's have a quick look. Not that way. I think there's a potential to bring on Stone to try and get him a couple of goals. I think we might do that now, Kumas has had a quiet game, considering everyone else has been scoring. But I think what we'll do is bring Jason Stone on. It would be nice to see him get a couple of goals. He does need the confidence. It's probably the nicest way to put it. I think he's scored 9 goals so far this season, if that. And I think that's all competitions. So, it would be nice to see him get a few. Bajcetic now to Tornianen. Owen Beck with the ball. I think that's going to be one of our biggest problems in the next couple of seasons, especially when Andrew Robertson goes, is having Owen Beck as our first choice left back. Like I think I said a couple of episodes ago, we're going to try and start developing Duran, the Spanish right back, who can potentially play left back. We're going to start trying to develop him, because I don't know how we're going to start winning Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues. No disrespect, but with Owen Beck as our left back. But here's Stone, robs the ball off the centre back. Can he finish? No, of course he can't. And that is Jason Stone, everyone. I mean, honestly, if you look at his attributes, I think his finishing is a 14 or a 15. The way he shoots, most of the time, you'd assume it was like 3. It's absolutely ridiculous. But there's Núñez with the ball for Preston. I'm pretty sure that's not our Darwin Núñez. It surely hasn't fallen that low. I mean, that's got to be offside, no? Oh, he's hit the post anyway. It does not matter. I was going to say, surely that's offside, and it is. But I think we'll look at making a couple more substitutes. I think we've got to leave Grant on. What we might do is bring on Millward with him, though. And I'm just looking around. I think potentially bring on Gravenberch for King. Only because I think saving King, saving his legs would be... I mean, Stone's done it again. Stone has put the ball wide twice in the space of 5 minutes. Is this going to be... Well, I was going to say Pennington's not on the field, but Gomez back to Gravenberch. Can we finish this? Bajcetic with the header. There we go. 3rd goal of the season for Bajcetic. And we're 4-0 up. I mean, talk about a walk in the park. This is probably easier than I thought, considering the team we've put out. Obviously, like I said, we've got the likes of Carrot playing, Grant, Parsley, Webb. We did have Kumas playing as well, who are generally championship players. It would be nice to keep the clean sheet now. We've got so far. Wow. It would be nice to score as many as we can and keep a clean sheet. Grant with the ball, sort of dancing on it a little bit there. Gravenberch to Tornianen, who gets taken down. Is he injured, or is that just a tactical role? I was going to say Stone into Parsley, but that has gone wide from Parsley. I don't think Tornianen's injured. I'd like to think he's just rolling around on the floor for dramatic effect. I think he was. And I'm just looking around thinking, who else do I really want to take off? I think I'm quite happy with the team, really. I'm just desperate to see Stone score, but he's just... I mean, should we be happy? He's getting in the positions, he's creating the chances, he's having the shots. He's just not scoring. But how long can you keep saying that for? I feel like we've been saying that for a good season and a half now. So, I mean, Carrot rushes out a goal there. That was lucky. We could have really bit us in the bum there a little bit, but I want to keep the clean sheet more than anything. Johnny Webb has had a quiet game out on that out on that right wing, I'm afraid. Sorry. Is this Stone's chance for a goal? Oh, he's put it wide again. Oh, good God. I mean, who expected that to go in? That's it, really. I can't believe Stone. He's only been on the field since about the 55, 60 minute mark, and he just can't score. He gets a 7 rating, but he just can't score. Again, another frustrating game for Jason Stone, but not for us. We won 4-0. We completely dominated the game, so I'm happy. Of course, I don't know if you saw there, but we've got Wolverhampton in the next... where are we? In the next round, in the 4th round. And of course, as we all know, Wolves have just beaten us 2-0. And it was away from home, and we didn't play very well either. So, yeah, that might be more of an interesting game than it seems. But of course, that's that for the FA Cup, and we're going to go and play... I was going to say we're going to play Sunderland. I don't really know what's happened. Fixtures rearranged. Yeah, there we go. Sunderland's moved. So, this is all off the cuff now. I think, what do we do? This changes everything. I think... we could show you the 4th round of the FA Cup, couldn't we? Do you know what? Let's just turn this episode into a FA Cup doubleheader. So we're going to go and play the 4th round of the FA Cup. We'll probably keep the next episode as it is, coming back for the last game of the Champions League and the Man United game. So, yeah, forget that, Sunderland. We're not playing them till February now. We'll play the Rapid Vienna game off camera, and then we'll come back for the Wolves game. So fingers crossed. Nothing else changes in the meantime. So a couple of things to show you just before we get into that FA Cup 5th round. Mo Salah has been subjected to a bid from Fulham for 4.6 million. Of course we said no. Of course we did. And also, Ron C, who we did talk about at the start of the episode, has signed a new contract with us. So it's looking pretty good. And on top of that, we did play that Champions League phase game. We won 4-0. So as you can see, that's put us in a pretty good position to qualify. You'd like to hope if we can beat, I think we're playing Monaco, who are right down there. If we can beat them in the next Champions League game, surely we'll hopefully get top 8. We're kind of level on points at the moment. So, yeah, I'd say we need to win to guarantee us a place, but who knows? But of course, let's get back to the game at hand. We've got the FA Cup 5th round against Wolves. We've gone with a strong team purely because of what happened against Wolves on the last episode. So we've got Alisson in goal, Trent, Pennington, Gomez and Robertson. Other back four, we've got midfield as Gravenberch, Sobersley and King. And then our front three are Tornianen, Doak and Stone. And one thing I do just quickly want to show you, we were talking about Grant developing, getting into the side and stuff. We've actually got Kanate out for pretty much 2 to 3 months now, so he may well get a few more games in the next couple of weeks. We will see how it goes, but I just thought I'd bring you the news that Kanate's injured, so let's just get straight into the game. So here we are once again, pretty much mirroring the second game of last episode. We played Wolves, and I'm pleased to say we've actually got further into this game than we did in the previous one before they scored. So good stuff. I think they scored in the second minute in the last game we played Wolves, which was ridiculous. But hopefully this is a different team that are turning up today. And it's not a different Jason Stone. How many times I'm sort of sat here, literally hand on my head thinking, is there something wrong with Jason Stone? He just doesn't like to score. He does not like to score. It's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, I was saying we need to put in a better performance. Massive improvement on what we put in against Wolves on the last episode. So fingers crossed we do. Started the game off much, much better. And I'm hoping I haven't just jinxed it, and actually this isn't an attack for Wolves. This is a nice win the ball back from us, which we nearly did through Jason Stone. And score, but there's a lovely ball through to Jason Stone. Surely this time, I mean, it's gone down in as an own goal. Was it? Let's take a look at that. I wonder what was going on then. It kind of didn't look like we celebrated that well, but yeah, we know Ben Doak got the ball, played it to Stone, and it was a huge deflection, which would, it was a deflection, which actually would indicate it wasn't going on target, I think. That's generally the rules, isn't it? If a shot is taken and it's deflected on target and then goes in, it's an own goal. Which means Jason Stone's shot was going wide of the mark before it got deflected. So that sounds about right. But still waiting for that first goal, isn't he? Let me know in the comments, actually, have you guys ever had a player that you just want to pull your hair out? He's so good in many, many, many different ways. He just cannot put the ball in the back of the net. We got rid of Nunes for that reason. He just couldn't really finish. And the guy we bought in to replace him, the guy that's come through the youth rankings to replace him, Jason Stone, can't score either. So, but we're winning 1-0. It does not matter how they go in. And actually, although Wolves have had slightly more of the possession, I think generally we were the better side in the first half. I think. I'd like to hope so anyway, but just looking about and I'm wondering whether we bring on Mo Salah potentially. Let's just see this highlight. I'm thinking maybe take Tornianen off, but Doak with the ball. Played a good game so far, Ben Doak. Sobersley out to Tornianen now. Back to Gomez. I'd like to think this could potentially be 2-0 and that I'm not looking at a 1-1 and then thinking, who do we bring on to try and change the game? I think it would still be Salah, to be honest, if he is on the bench. I can't remember if I've put him on the bench. Awful man management, that. King into Tornianen. Is this going to be a goal? He's put it wide. Of course he's put it wide. And I think that is a good signal to come off. So Mo Salah is on the bench. Of course he's on the bench. Why would he not be? I'm thinking maybe time to bring off Mark King, just to sort of try and save his legs a little bit. I've also had, I didn't realise, it's just kind of how busy you are with the save. I didn't realise, Sobersley, I did promise him more game time. And there's only about a week or so left of that. I'm worried that he'll still not have played enough games in his opinion, and he'll sort of kick off. But we've started him. I think this is the second game in a row, and I think I've got a couple more to play until that promise runs out. So I'd like to think, as long as we keep playing him, we'll be fine. It's not that I don't want to play Sobersley. It's just earlier in the season we played him so much that he was due a rest, and kind of just been enjoying, rotating the team around really. But oh no, Jason Stone, he's hit the post. He just can't score. That's it. He just can't score. I mean, this now, with 25 minutes left? Have I done my maths right? Don't go in. Oh, I think that's hit the bar and just rolled over the top of the net. But this is where it starts getting to territory where you're like, we shouldn't be 1-0 up. We should be 2 up, potentially 3 up. So if we don't score soon, I'll be very worried that it will go 1-1, and we'll have to play the replay. But and that's a good Mo Salah. Oh, Mo Salah's hit the post. Is that 3 times or 2? I was sort of holding my breath then, thinking this is a goal. It's Mo Salah. Of course, it's a goal. What do I know? Apparently nothing. Wolves do get it away there, but we are definitely teetering on the edge of seeing this blow up in our face, because we should not be 1-0 up. We've hit the post twice. We've had a couple of efforts as well. Wilson, is this Harry Wilson with the free kick, and that goes for a corner. I don't really know what to touch. I don't really think we need to touch anything. We just need to start putting the ball in the back of the net. That's the problem. We're generally playing quite well. Wolves are a decent team. It's not like we're playing bottom of the league. I think if you watch the last episode, I think they are 6th or 7th in the league. So pretty strong side. And we are playing away from home, so it would take a decent effort to beat them. So I didn't expect to walk them over, should I say. But how we've played, I did think we'd probably have 1 or 2 more goals by now. And maybe this is the chance, Gravenberch to Elliott. I just don't give it to Stone. It's probably the best thing to say. Robertson into Sobersley. Is this the goal? Gravenberch back to Sobersley. Plays it through to Mo Salah. Wow. That wasn't a shot, was it? Surely that wasn't a shot. That was a cross. It's got to be. Look at that. But Jason Stone can't keep it down. Story of his life. I don't know how much more I can talk about Jason Stone and missing goals. I feel like that just dominates the conversation all the time. But here we are in the 90th, approaching the 90th minute anyway, and we get the ball back with Stone, fortunately. Is this going to be the counter-attack we needed? And the second goal to seal it. Kumas plays the ball to Robertson. This looks promising. However, we're going the wrong way. So now I'm a bit worried. We're just playing it around the centre backs. We were in a good position. Robertson with the ball. Can he set us on a counter-attack? Gravenberch Gravenberch loses the ball. That's not what we need, is it? In the 90th minute. And that's safe hands there. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to go in. I think I would have probably screamed and shouted at Alisson if that had somehow made its way into the goal. But I was about to say, I think that's it. But don't be cruel. Football Manager, do not be cruel to me. You're joking me. Oh, that's so frustrating. So frustrating. Why does that always happen? I don't want to see the goal, no. I can't believe that. And that's it. We drew the game. I mean, story of our life at the minute. Really is the story of our life. Dominating games generally and somehow coming away with a draw. But there we go. We go to a replay. I will just have a quick look at the schedule before we finish this video just to see when we come back. We do come back there, but I think we're at home. I'd like to think we could win that. I'm still going to come back straight away for the Monaco game, and then I think we're gonna play those 3 games off camera and come back for the second leg of the Carabao Cup to hopefully see us through to the first final of the season. So all that's left to say is, of course, thanks for watching, guys. If you do enjoy it, please leave a thumbs up on the video, and of course do subscribe if you enjoy my content.